Hey everybody, today I'm talking about a new product launch that me and my team is doing. I don't know if you saw my last video, but hopefully I have a little bit more energy so that you guys want to stay and watch the whole thing. It's called MSA Plus Large, which stands for Microservices Automation. You can see the website at msalars.com. And what we're going to do today is just go a little bit over how your business can be helped by automation, and I'm going to try and explain that. So, every business in this day and age can leverage this to maximize their output. I'm going to try and put it in simplistic ways so you guys can understand how this can help your business, and help you scale and help you achieve more with less cost. And putting in things like this can really be a time saver and take out all of your redundant work and make you better salesmen, make you better managers, make you better business owners. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is, what is it? What is a microservice? So without getting too technical, a microservice is what is used to, for example, connect your Microsoft Outlook to maybe a Google Sheet online. Or maybe it's used for connecting your phone system to a Google Sheet online, or connecting it to a stats dashboard where you, the manager or owner, can more closely monitor the activities that your agents are doing every day and see if you're getting the desired results that you want. And in doing things like this, you can manage your productivity so you can achieve more in less time, which I got that line from a friend. But for example, if you have an offline business and you have people in the field and they're doing their job and you have a bi-weekly meeting or a monthly meeting, you may not know what's going on with those jobs until those people come in and talk to you. And if they're bringing in their work orders then, and then that's already been 15 days, 30 days, and then you're filling out your bills for the clients, then that maybe takes another week or so, and then maybe they have a 30-day pay period. So right now your pay period is a 60-day window, right? So what these services can do is actually connect with your salesmen, laborers, whatever it is, so that they can do what they're supposed to on an app. And then automatically, you're getting a notification at the office, you approve the timesheet, the client gets billed instantly. This is just one way that a business, at scale, can leverage a technology like this, even though they're already successful. If they're already successful and they have a 60-day window, imagine when we take that down to instantly. Or imagine when, you can be proactive instead of reactive. And so, those are the things that I want you to think about for your own business as I explain some of this. You can see some really big companies that do what we do on our site. We haven't really completed all of the apps that we can use. Zapier.com is our biggest competitor. We're half the price of them and have some other advantages, as well as doing customization. But basically anything online, any application on your computer can be used for automation. And it's not just about what you're doing now, it's about how can you move into the future and do things better. Last week I released a company that after you have a client, we ask for a review from them. Putting in processes like this can not only give you survey information that tells you more about your customers and if they're happy or not, but it also gives you the opportunity to open up more sales. So using this for, at the minimum, marketing automation can really help you get an edge up on your competitors and make sure that you stay forward in this day and age. So, like I was saying, using this is a time saver. Why is it a time saver? Okay, let's say you have a salesman or you're in sales. Okay, let's say you talk to 20 to 30 people every day, really good conversations. You may talk to 100 people, but really, in the end of the day, maybe you have one quote you send out, or 5 quotes you send out, and 10 good people that you're following up on. You're working hard, and then every morning you come in, you call your first 10 people, and then the rest of the day is just building again, right? When you use a service like this, we can make it so when you send your email, or when you end that call on your phone system or on your dialer, it will automatically send a template email. It'll automatically generate a quote that's specific for that client and then send it to that client, so you don't have to do it, right? So if you think about every time you have to send a quote or send some information to a client, how long does it take you? Does it take you 10 minutes? Does it take you 20 minutes? Sometimes do you get distracted? Then when you're done with it, do you start thinking about other things? Do you look at Facebook? Do your agents look at Facebook? All right, what if I said that, now when you end the call, all that automatically happens? What are you probably going to do? You're probably going to make another call, and another call, and another call. And you know what? Because you're in the groove, you're going to get out more leads, more quotes that day than ever before, because you're not taking yourself out of the element. Salesmen are salesmen. They're not good managers. My job is to make you button clickers, not typists, right? And when we can do that, then people are more motivated because they're getting their wins, and they're excited. So in any aspect, change in the business to help, move faster, all of your people are going to be excited about that. So, I hope that you can, listen to this and formulate your own ideas. But if not, ask me for a strategy session. How does this lower costs? Well, I'm going to show you the full-on example how this can lower costs for your businesses, and then I'll explain how it increases your revenue. So on the left side here, we have a little chart, and I'll explain it. I use 2 examples because a lot of my business is with outsourced companies and call centers. And, we're going to use a U.S.-based team, okay? Their sales team, they pay $30 an hour, right? Then we have an Indian team at $3 an hour, okay? So if we have 1 agent, 10 agents, 100 agents, same thing, 1, 10, 100. That means their weekly salary, I'm sorry, last time I didn't have any energy, and this time I got strep from the baby. But, weekly salary of somebody who's getting paid $30 an hour is $1,200 a week. Or 10 people, it's $12,000 a week, or $50,000 a month. Or $120,000 a week if you have a 100-man team in the U.S. India, maybe it's 120, maybe it's 200. I really don't know what you're paying, but this is at the $3 rate. You got 10 people, it's costing you $1,200 a week, $5,000 a month, or $12,000 a week for 100 people, and times that by 52. You get some pretty exorbitant numbers, but that's what it costs to do business, along with all of the other things that aren't calculated in just the labor. So if you times that by, 1.2, 1.3, maybe that's your total cost. But in this example that I'm going to show you today is based on a business that's a sales company, and what they do to bring in business is they quote customers. You're quoting a customer, maybe sending out an application or an insurance form, whatever it is. Just think in the relation that when you talk to a client, how long does it take to manage that client? Does it take 15 minutes? Does it take 20 minutes? How long does it take for the sales team to do that? So in our example, I have put that, we're generating 5 quality leads every day, okay, per person, and that it's taking 15 minutes per interaction of these quality interactions, okay? So 1 person 1 week, that's 25 leads, okay? So the cost for that is 6 hours and 25 minutes, or 6 hours and 15 minutes or 18 minutes or something, per week, okay? So what is that in relation to cost? Okay, that's $187 a week that you're paying for that one agent to fill out those quotes, okay? So now let's amp up the volume. We got 10 guys, 250 quotes. It's costing you 62 hours a week, or $1,875 a week to fill out quotes. And what you're not paying them for, you're paying them to do sales. You're paying them to do whatever their job is, and that's what they're good at. They're good at talking. They're not good at typing and doing stuff. They might be, but just take it for granted. You know, in India we have the same thing. You know, 6.25 hours costs you $18.75 a week. You got 10 people, it costs you $187 a week to fill out quotes. Okay? So, now, in relation to that, let's take that on a yearly value, okay? So now in the US case, we have one employee, the time that they take out of their salary is, you know, 6.25 out of 40 hours a week. You know, that's a sixth of their time or something like that, or, you know, maybe a little bit more, maybe a seventh. But, you know, that's $9,750 a year that, you know, you're paying them to fill out quotes, okay? You got 10 people, you're spending almost $100,000 a year for those people to fill out these quotes. You know, in the instance that, you know, you're in India or maybe you're in Philippines or outsourced anywhere in the world, you know, you're talking almost $1,000 per employee per year that you have. You have a 1,000-man center. Well, you know, that's $100,000 a year. You know, in U.S., you got a 100-man center. You know, you should be more efficient than you know this is or whatever. But still, it's $1 million a year in cost for these sort of things. Okay, so now instead of you know, having them fill these things out with a push of the button, if they can complete those things and not get off target, one, we're going to save all of these costs. You know, because you're not going to have to pay them anymore because it's going to get done for them instantly. And when the person replies, or when we send them an automated reply or multiple automated replies to, you know, do that or track what those customers are doing, and if they're visiting emails and then visiting the website, we send that salesman a trigger to say, hey, you know, go talk to this person. He's actually interested from your quote. You know, so instead of guessing, we take the guesswork out by leveraging technologies together to get the desired result. You know, so what does automation cost you? Okay, so maybe per employee, automation costs you $100 a year. So if this employee costs you $10,000 a year, what is $100? You know, maybe for 10 employees it costs you $1,000 a year. Maybe it costs you $1,200. I really don't know. You know, it really just depends on how much you leverage it. But if you're grossing an extra $100,000 in just time savings, when you lower your bottom line, you know, it's 100% profit, okay? This is something that you have to remember. When you bring on more clients, you know, you have to pay for those clients. You have to pay the 40%, the 60%. You know, you only get the margin that you get of bringing on those new customers, right? But when you actually lower your costs, this is money that goes directly into your pocket, and 100% of it. So now what kind of doors can that open up for you? And what kind of doors does that open up for you in time that these guys now get to start, you know, selling more and bringing in more customers? You know, so not only is it going to lower your bottom line where you're going to get more profit in the door, you're going to actually maximize the time that you can get more revenue out of those same resources. So, you know, I really want you guys to, you know, have a call with me, you know, inquire, let me help you. You know, I do this for my own companies. I do it for other people's companies. We do it for everybody. I think it's a great thing that you can leverage. And if you don't know technology, but you still want to, you know, experiment or know how this can help your business, don't be bashful. Just ask. You know, I love helping businesses grow. So does my team. You know, we are awesome. You know, so now I've explained how it can lower costs and increase your revenue. The way that you increase the revenue is by freeing up the time that your people are doing mundane tasks. Okay, so you know, which services can this work with? Again, I already explained this a little bit, but anything you want. I mean, basically, we can write scripts if needed to go into your, you know, crazy 1980s thing on your computer and extract data from it, however many seconds a day or minutes or hours, daily, weekly, monthly. You know, there's no bounds to what you can do with, you know, having everything online and connected. You know, we are the resilient source that is always connected, that's making sure that your data is getting processed and that you're making, you know, the money that you're supposed to and more. And you don't have to be the tech expert. Let us do that. You know, luckily, most things out there, they already have APIs. APIs is the world of the future. You know, webhooks, you know, anything can be integrated with anything. And if it can't, you know, we can make it ourselves. So I welcome you all to MSA plus Lars, msalars.com, and I hope that you guys have a bunch of questions and sign up. Thanks.